We're an industry addicted to amnesty, a sector where failure is tolerated, even rewarded. A construction company boss folds his failing company, leaving the supply chain in disarray. Workers unpaid, scaffolders chasing invoices, plant hire firms stuck with damaged kit and no recompense. And just when the dust settles, he reappears. New logo, new name, same game, same man. He reemerges without a scratch, as if the chaos he left behind was someone else's doing. No shame, no apology, and no remorse. A demolition worker who doesn't show up. No message, no call. Just a machine sitting idle, its engine off, its potential squandered. An entire crew down to half speed because one man couldn't be asked. No formal warning, no deduction. He's back the next day, joking like nothing happened. And somehow he keeps his job. A civil engineering project, sold at one price, pitched to win. Now it's ballooned 30, 40, even 50% over budget. Stakeholders gasp, politicians duck for cover, and the public sighs. But nobody gets fired, nobody's held accountable. They just chalk it up to scope creep or market volatility. You want the truth? It was never going to be delivered at that price, and anyone with half a brain already knew that. A tower block, hailed as a beacon of regeneration, now sits abandoned. It's riddled with faults, some cosmetic, some structural, but all fatal to its future. Water ingress, poor fireproofing, inferior materials swapped in by subcontractors with margin targets. Now the machines are moving in to take it down just a few years after it was completed. Where are the architects, the engineers, the specifiers, the project managers? Nowhere. They're off to their next job with barely a black mark against their name. Operators tip over machines through sheer stupidity. Engines seized by those who never checked the oil, never let the system warm up, didn't give a damn. A £500,000 excavator wrecked, not by accident, but by neglect. They smile sheepishly, shrug their shoulders, and what do they get? A slap on the wrist, a toolbox talk, maybe a few days off site. We don't talk enough about the ones who show up drunk or high. You can smell it even before they speak. Slurred words and glassy eyes. The dangerous swagger of someone who believes they're untouchable. Sent home? Yeah, sure. But back again next week? Yeah, probably. Or his employer lets him go and he's back in work with another firm 48 hours later. No proper testing, no disciplinary action, no black mark against their name. What about the company that wins bids by undercutting everyone else? Their prices make no sense. Their competition scratches their heads, but the client signs anyway, dazzled by the cost savings. Then come the cost cutting measures: cheaper materials, fewer safety checks. Corners aren't just cut, they're obliterated. But who's surprised? They couldn't make a profit on those original numbers unless they cheated the system. And yet they'll be on the shortlist next time too, because the client doesn't care about ethics, they care about the price. And let's not forget about the companies caught with their fingers in the cookie jar, committing fraud. They get hit with fines. A few directors might have to take a back seat for a while, but they're not just back on tender lists. In many instances, they were never off them. Their trade association throws up its hands and claims there's nothing they can do. So the companies retain their membership and, more importantly, they maintain an aura of credibility. And you know what all of these stories have in common? It's not just that they all point to failures, it's that no one pays the price. It's that there are no consequences. We're an industry addicted to amnesty, a sector where failure is tolerated, even rewarded, where screw ups don't end careers, they just become stories for the pub. There is no culture of accountability. There's a culture of covering your arse, of shifting blame down the chain, of turning a blind eye until the next disaster. And when that disaster comes, we act shocked. We write new protocols, and then we go back to business as usual. We blame the weather, we blame human error, we blame market fluctuations. We say lessons will be learned, but they never are. There are industries where incompetence means expulsion. If a surgeon makes a mistake, lives are at risk and careers are over. If a pilot gets drunk before a flight, they never fly again. If a police officer falsifies a report, they face a tribunal. But here, in demolition and construction, a man can cost the company thousands, endanger his team, destroy equipment, or abandon a job altogether and be back on site within a week. And we wonder why this industry has a bad name. We wonder why new talent doesn't stick around, why clients don't trust contractors, why insurers raise premiums and the media paints us as cowboys. We did this to ourselves. We let the slackers slide. We let the reckless and the feckless roam free. We let the chancers get rich while honest companies collapse. Because when it comes to standards, we have no spine. I'm not talking about one mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. I'm talking about repeated patterns of failure, willful negligence, corruption, exploitation, and yet no one is ever truly held to account. Trade associations are scared to intervene. The employers are scared to fire. Regulators are understaffed, and everyone's terrified of litigation. So we do the worst thing imaginable. We do nothing. We act like this industry is too big to change, like it's built on chaos and always will be. Cowardice cloaked in high vis. You want to fix construction, you want to fix demolition, start with consequences. Make safety violations hurt, not just in the bank account, but in the hierarchy. Suspend people, fire people, make examples of those who take the piss out of the system. And then reward those who care, promote those who lead, back those who speak up. You can't build towers on quicksand, and you can't build an industry on complacency. We've got some brilliant people in this game, skilled people, proud people. They deserve better. They deserve to work in a sector where the rules matter, where showing up on time, sober, prepared, and competent isn't optional, it's expected. And if you can't do that, if you won't, then there should be consequences. Because right now, failure is a revolving door. Bad companies rebrand, bad workers resurface, bad decisions get buried under excuses. But one day that complacency will come home to roost. And when that happens, don't say nobody warned you. Don't say you didn't see it coming, because you did. You just didn't care enough to do anything about it. And that is the real consequence.
Consequences.